guys, it's Darcy here. As you can see by the title, today's topic is quit creating obstacles for yourself while you're manifesting, guys. And this one is a hard one because we don't always realize we're making obstacles for ourselves. But I like to say it's that little voice that's self-sabotaging in the background. And you'll know what I mean. So for example, let's say that you're energetically like chasing your SP or something, right? Or you're going out of your way to try to get your SP's attention, maybe via social media or whatever. Quit making obstacles for yourself where you're like sitting here and saying like, oh, I have to do this in order for him to see me, or I have to like, be like this, or, maybe seeing the third party as someone who's kind of not an enemy, I should say, but seeing someone in the energy of like, they are creating that block for you, whatever that is. Like maybe you feel like your SP is kind of happier right now with a third party. So quit making obstacles for yourself and really listen to that little voice in your head when you can hear it. It's very faint and it tries to just like get you to do it. You need to listen to that and pay close attention, because that's the little voice that we need to shift into the new story. That's the little voice that's trying to pull us back into old ways of thinking, because life used to be hard and it needs to continue to be hard, right? So again, if you really stop and think about it, if you're creating some type of obstacle, whatever it is, even for like money, maybe you have a mindset that like you have to work super hard to get money. And so you're creating this obstacle energetically where you're being put in situations where you have to work really hard for money. And you don't need to do that to yourself. And also try to let go of what society places on us when it comes to our career, our, love life, our friendships, all of that. Because a lot of times, growing up like middle class, poor, so lower class, middle class, high class, whatever, most of the time I see this with people that come from the lower middle class background where you feel like you need to break your neck. And even I had to break that habit, and you don't need to. Again, that's an obstacle you're creating. I see a lot of the obstacle stuff with SP related stuff as well. Like, oh, well, he's just really stubborn and he's not reaching out. Or maybe saying something like, almost like making it to where they're happy with the third party. Stop doing that. You don't need to do that. You can just sit here and say, okay, I don't like this current reality. I don't like this current situation, but I know it's going to shift. Try not to create these unnecessary blocks with your manifestations where you have to go through hurdles. And a lot of times that's that self-sabotage, because a part of us feels as though we've had to work really hard in our lives to get what we want. So when we come across the law of assumption, it's like, wow, it's a breath of fresh air that we realize we can manifest anything we want. But a lot of times it comes with past thinking where we, again, feel we need to struggle in order to get what we want. Or we subconsciously self-sabotage back into the old story some way. Whether it be your SP comes in briefly and then you instantly start shifting to worrying if your SP's wanting other people or something along the lines of that. So just pay close attention to that while you're manifesting. I always tell everybody, it's easy to manifest things in, it's harder to keep them. And that self-sabotaging old story will try to come in because a part of you feels like you're not deserving to have this. And that's where you have to work on you and your self-concept. And it's okay if things, you get some hot and cold, by the way. Just want to put that out there. It's okay if that happens. That doesn't mean you're always doing something entirely wrong, but it could just be that like it's coming in like that. And sometimes it is because of old thoughts coming in, but awareness is key. And don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up over this to the point where it's like, great, I have to start all over, because that's not the case. Remember, this is not like a game where you're leveling up. Like you're going to have moments where you do have setbacks or you do take a step back, but awareness is what will really get you out of it. Because if you're just ignoring it and going into autopilot and continuing on, yeah, that's obviously not going to do anything for you. So keep this in mind while you're manifesting. And yeah, I hope this little tip helps. I just had that random thought about it and I had to share it with you guys. If you'd like coaching, link is down below. If you do email us, please give us a few days to get back to you. But just send us a DM if you'd rather have a quick response. All right, bye guys.